Once upon a time, there was a captain in Spain. Sometimes I sail home from various ports, but sometimes I come once a month. Sometimes every 3 or 6 months. I had a son, and when I sailed back, I would hug, kiss, and give him a gift, which I had missed. Then, when it was time for the ship to leave again, I couldn't stand it and parted with my son. I'll be back soon, so wait for me. Take care with your mom. Then I leave. Once after sailing, when I get home, I stay with my son, and then I try to get back on the boat. But he won't let me go. So the father promised his son that he would take him next time. Months later, the father came back from the voyage. He was at a loss because he was happy that he was going to take the boat now. The father couldn't disappoint his son, so this time he decided to take him with him. Your son must be about 12. When his wife is worried, she's going to take him. It's okay. It's not a long voyage this time, so I'll take you with me. I reassured him. The day before he left, he was overwhelmed by his dream of going on a boat with his father and couldn't sleep. The father told his son, "You can only see the sky and the sea when you go to the sea. Is it because it's too quiet? Put your favorite toys or anything to play with on board." He said. He loaded all his toys and picture books, and lastly, he carried a monkey cub on board that he brought along like a friend. Then the ship left and the voyage began. I saw the waves watching the seagulls, and they went far into the middle of the sea, so the seagulls are no longer coming. All I can see is the calm sky and the sea. Since the father and the crew were busy, the child played with the monkey in the cabin. But one day, the monkey took the child's cap and ran away. The child just followed the monkey to find the hat. It circled around the deck in the cabin, and later the monkey climbed onto the ship's mast. "Now you've been caught," the kid just followed. "If you go up as high as I am, you go up again and again." Without knowing how high he was going, the kid only looked up and followed the monkey up, and then the monkey sat on the top. I followed him up, thinking there was nowhere else to go. But the monkey jumped down from there. Only after the monkey jumped down, the kid looked down from the top of the mast. That he climbed without realizing it. He hesitated and looked as small as an ant. As soon as I saw it, I was lost in my hands and became embarrassed. I couldn't go down because I was so scared. The bridge was losing strength, and a sailor who was working underneath found him. "Oh, it's the captain's son. Oh, I am in trouble. Who can carry the child on the top of the mast?" Finally, there is a buzz. The child is gradually losing strength in his arm, but when the mast is released, he is holding it tightly because it will die. A sailor called the captain. "I am in trouble. Come out quickly. Come out, what's going on? Hurry up and come out. I am in trouble." When I came out, my son was shaking with his father at the end of the mast. I thought yesterday with my eyes closed for a moment, and increased the tension on the crew member's side. Then, he suddenly grabbed a pistol he was wearing on his side. Everyone was nervous. What's the point of shooting and killing monkeys now? The father looked at him with a pistol and said to his son, "Do you hear me, son?" "Yes, father. Jump over the sea for 5 years and I'll shoot you. If you don't try to jump over the sea, I'll shoot you." My son decided that he would be shot to death, because he knew that his father would do what he did. I was afraid to let go of the mast, but he was ready to jump off. My father did a low row. The one son stomped on the mast with his feet while holding the mast. When the 2 or 3 fathers counted, the son set the mast in his hands and kicked it with his 2 feet toward the mast. Although he was full of fear, he fell onto the sea, and the sailors were waiting on board. The boat ran over the child at the sea, and the child was able to survive. We all have our own masks. The stereotypes, prejudices, and so on that we have are our masks. Although it may seem right in our view, it can eventually lead to a loss of strength and dangerous consequences. If we kick our masks and embrace new ideas and wisdom, we will be able to overcome difficulties and solve problems in a new environment. If this video was beneficial and helpful, please subscribe.